Hello you guys, what's up? I am GojiFan1998 and welcome back for another new video for today once again. Today I am doing for another figure review for today. Today I am going to review the Bandai 50 Memorial Godzilla 1984 as my third Memorial Godzilla figure I ever owned. So before we get ready to talk about the detail of the figure, let's talk about this history about Godzilla. This incarnation of Godzilla was called 84 Gojisu, first introduced in the 16th Godzilla movie, The Return of Godzilla, which was part for the beginning of the Heisei series, and it completely ignored all the other 14 entrants in the Showa series as part of the revival of the Godzilla franchise. And this suit was worn by Kenpachi Satsuma, which is that he was an excellent choice to portray Godzilla, who had previously portrayed Hedorah and Gigan in the Showa Godzilla series. Before that, there was an unnamed suit actor who was meant to play as Godzilla, but he left in the last minute, but his name was left never been identified. So in the end, Satsuma was ended up portraying this Godzilla instead, which is he will later reprising his role as Godzilla for the rest of the Heisei series. After the Return of Godzilla was released in Japan, the 84 Gojisu apparently got stolen right after the film was released. And it's been about 41 years since The Return of Godzilla was released, and no sign any about what happened to the fate of 84 Goji's suit. So now, let's get ready to talk about the detail of the figure. The detail of the figure looks very good. Really good capture in the movie incarnated. The dorsal fin was really amazing. Kind of like resembled the Shodai Goji design, but different ways. His tail was so massive longer, just like it was in the movie. Godzilla had to return to have the 4 toes. First, the return to have his 4 toes came back since Godzilla raised again, along with his ears. His fangs also made a return too. And yes, it was so good to have the 4 toes, ears, and fangs to make the full comeback. The fingernails and the design of the figure and his toenails was really cool. The fingers are actually based on similar style like the Daisenso Goji, the way they group together and the claws are not that sharp. That's when they used this idea and end up become with this. And so, let's get ready to talk about the paint job of the figure. The paint job of the figure is so very good. Just like it in the movie incarnated, his dorsal fin collarbone was all white. Well, mostly depends on the screen how you look at it, the figure, and based on compared from the movie. The toenails and his fingernails all good, his entire skin of his black body, and his eyes looks pretty good as well. And I really like it. For have a good design, good paint job figure of the figure based on how it looks from the movie. So now let's get ready to do it for the size. Well, before that, let's do the movement of the figure first. The figure has actually got a movement, but only for the limited. You can make it like Godzilla was sitting down. And let's get him back up. And lastly, the head actually can move. You can rotate his head, but the tail does not apparently move, so let's just try not mess with it. Now let's do it for the size comparison. For today was the Bandai Movie Monster Series line to talk about is Godzilla 1973. The 73 figure is taller than the 84 Goji figure here, so that was the Godzilla 1973. Then now let's talk about the one thing who was supposedly going to be tended the first opponent in the Heisei series before it ended up being scrapped. It's just Godzilla alone, which is Bagan. And like I did for my Bagan review, they almost share the same height. I think I did say that, but well, they kind of share the same height together. So that was Bagan. The next one is the last thing for Movie Monster Series line. Type 3 Modified Kiryu Heavy Armor version. They all share the same height together, the provision of the head. So that was the Modified Type 3 Kiryu Heavy Armor. And last, for the Bandai X Monster Movie Monster Series will be the Showa Mechagodzilla. They all share the same life together, so that was the original Showa NG. Before I get ready to conclude it for my final thoughts of the figure, let's talk about where I got this figure. I got this figure all the way back in my second year at GFX, along with the 1967 Godzilla figure, and this is my third Memorial Godzilla figure I ever owned. And I'm glad I did manage to get this figure, but in around the 2020s, of the 2022, I think, this figure was later be reissued for given a different color of his dorsal fin based off of when Godzilla charges his atomic breath to be part for the Movie Monster Series line by sculpted the same model. And it was so good to have the designer making a new version of it, but I decided I wanted to keep the original one, but I kind of wish I wanted to get the newer one, but I'll stay with the old one. Because that one's closer from the movie. Very good. That one, it's very perfect for based on what it looks like from the movie. So yeah, now let's talk about the final thoughts of the figure. I love this figure so much. I like the way they did a very good job to be part for Godzilla's 50th anniversary, to show for action figures, CD soundtrack, and many things to do with the honor for celebrate for Godzilla's 50th birthday back in the year 2004. And this Godzilla will always become a fan favorite design of Godzilla, along with Goji Fan 93, that he loves 84 Goji so much. It's because his first Godzilla movie, when he saw when he was a kid, was The Return of Godzilla, but only as the US version of the film was Godzilla 1985, because this was his favorite Godzilla suit design, the 84 Goji. So that's all I have to say. Thank you so much for watching, you guys. And I'll always stay with your fans, and Goji Fan 1990 will always be here for more and do more videos in the future. So yeah, so stay with your fans as always. So remember, my friends, bye.